Well, here are some facts that you should know about children and adults with autism. 40% of autistic children don't speak, so finding nonverbal methods of communicating is critical. 78% of children with autism have some other kind of mental health condition, and 75% of autistic adults are not employed. Liza Lawrence knows firsthand about those statistics. She is the founder of Perfect Connection, created to assist families dealing with autism through education and outreach. Also here this morning, Jacqueline Kinlock, who co-chair of the upcoming Evolution of Autism Gala to raise money for the Perfect Connection programs. Good morning to both of you. Liza, you have two sons who happen to be autistic. You would be able to tell people who don't know what it's like to have autistic children. What do you most want them to know about that challenge?
That's a really good question. Yes, I do have two beautiful angels who are on the spectrum. And what I do want them to know, the importance of early intervention. You know, getting diagnosed appropriately, getting to the early intervention, getting you to the resources, and getting everything in place to ensure that we can move towards a road of independence or them just being at their best and getting to their potential. I also want people to understand that the spectrum is different. There is no kid alike. And that is something that we kind of don't understand, that when you see one child with autism, you really see one child with autism. Mm-hmm. And so we need to understand that to have grace when we do see them out, or we see a parent trying to manage a child on the spectrum, because there's so many layers to it, you know?
So when you set up this organization, when you founded this, what were the steps that led you to do that? Because you could have very easily said, oh, they need help, I know that's great, but you said, no, we're going to do something, we're going to set this up. Talk about the goals of Perfect Connection.
Absolutely. So the main goal was to connect the families to the resources. There are resources out there, and we have to find the right pathways, we have to educate ourselves, and we have to empower ourselves and engage our communities to help us. And that was the goal of Perfect Connection. And then the cost. The cost is really a factor, and we need to be honest about that. So setting up the organization, I was determined to ensure everything at Perfect Connection would be free. There is no cost to any parent or any child with Perfect Connection. There is no paid staff. We are 100% volunteer based. So the passion is there, the love is there. And so we take our precious time and we take our hearts and we pour it back into this community.
Well, some of that is probably why a gala is an important thing. So immediate goal is to raise money for some of the programs of the program.
Absolutely.
And Jacqueline is here as the co-chair of the Evolution of Autism Gala coming up. So when is that, and what are the goals of it?
The Evolution of Autism Gala is September the 23rd, which is next Friday. And the goal for that particular gala is to raise money for the various activities that the Perfect Connection holds. They have wonderful STEM camps, a lot of things dealing with science. They have things dealing with mental health, different activities for the children. And so we want to raise money for that. And then, of course, also raising money for Liza's and the Perfect Connection's new baby, which is their school, which is called the Blue Angels Academy.
So the process is ongoing to raise those monies. Certainly, you wouldn't have been involved if you weren't impressed with some aspect of this. What was it about Liza that made you say, I'm all in to help you?
Well, first of all, I've known Liza for quite some time, and she's always been very, very dear to me. She's a very compassionate person, hardworking, beautiful individual. And it's like when you see Liza, you don't think that she's this super powerhouse, but you think, oh my gosh, you know, she's so gorgeous, but she is a powerhouse. And she is so passionate about raising money for children on the autism spectrum, and that just really impressed upon me.
So we talk about, we've done many stories here at KPRC, by the way, about many kinds of programs that are in place and available for children and adults with autism. So programs may be available out there, but many times they may not be affordable. So what's your program doing as a part of helping that?
Yeah, so what we actually do, because of our gracious donors and our board of directors, we create the programs and we empower our community and donors to be able to put the money up so that these children can be connected to therapies that they might not have access to social outings, to sensory friendly events. It's little things like going to the theater. We actually rent out a theater and they can be free to roam as they please and bring a sibling. We're all about the inclusive models also, so we do understand that to bring a sibling is powerful so that they can feel included as as well. So our donors allow this opportunity for us to do all the work that we do. So at our spring break and summer camps, we have speech therapists, we have music therapists, we have ABA therapists, and some children never have access to those resources outside of our camps. And so all of that is funded by our donors and through this gala.
And now the Blue Angels Academy is what you're starting.
That is my baby, yes. And so that is our newest baby. And so our goal with the gala is that the proceeds will go and fund the first class, so it will be tuition free. Our model is to ensure that we can continue access. And so it will service children who are before they enter grade school. So we'll start at age 2 to 5, and they'll have a model where they can actually come between 8 to 6 the entire day, and they can have access to speech therapy, to ABA therapy, to music therapy.
And what's the plan about when that starts?
Yeah, so we are looking to start that in January. And so we are ready. Our building is up, our building is ready. It is kid friendly. We are just waiting just to cut that ribbon and just to get started. We have our director of the school is Dr. Courtney Jones. She writes curriculums, it's custom made, and it's going to be catered to every child that walks through that door.
Jacqueline, do you have a goal in mind for this gala, or just whatever you can get?
Well, right now we are looking to get whatever we can get. So just bring it on, bring it on. We're so excited about it, and we just are hoping to really educate individuals about the evolution of autism.
Well, I'm hoping that people watching this program can get information about maybe coming to the gala. If not, the program is a perfect connection. The website of the same name with .org on it, so it's very easy to go to that website. Evolution of Autism Gala is next Friday. I'll put that information on the Newsmakers page at click2houston.com, so you can go there. If you can't get to the gala, you can certainly make a way to contribute. Liza Lawrence, Jacqueline Kinlock, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck on the gala, and good luck on the rest of the program. The Blue Angels Academy sounds like we need to be out there and do a story on that.
We do, and I want everybody to come out and volunteer. Once you volunteer, your heart will melt. So email us.
Oh, we'll do that. We'll help you take advantage of it, right? Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey,